Hello, I'm Philip Stoten. I'm here on the Scoop Studio at Apex 2019. I'm joined by Carlos from Nordson SELECT. Carlos, thanks for stopping by. We spoke last year, and I think you just kind of got to the end of an acquisition trail of selective solder businesses, and you were integrating them. Tell me a bit about the last year and how that's been going.
Well, first of all, we've had pretty good success in the market there. We grew double digits last year, so I'm very happy with those results. We grew primarily in the Americas and Asia, but then we made some good inroads in Europe as well. If you remember last time we met, part of the plan was to take the best of both worlds in terms of the feature set and start integrating into different equipment. And we're still on that path. As an example, machine vision is now available on the European units, which wasn't before. So we can do fiducial detecting. And another really interesting feature which we've had on the American units for a while, which is when you present the PC board to the machine, it automatically maps it and stitches it for you to program.
Okay. And when you look at the integration of those businesses, obviously you had one North American business, one European business. Is that predominantly where the markets were and they remain, or have you been able to scale by offering the European machine here and the American machine in Europe?
Well, you start to see some cross-pollination. In Asia, it's always been a mix because we had both of those companies that we acquired had some footprint in Asia. In the Americas, it's still predominantly American products because that's where the name recognition is, and that's what people are used to. But we're starting to get some success selling some of the European machines here and in Mexico. And in Europe, we had a small footprint with the American products. We haven't done a whole lot of push there because we're fairly successful with the product line that they already had in the previous company.
Yeah, and when you look at the kind of future plans of bringing all that technology together and taking the best in class that each has, is there a trend towards a single solution? What's the planned outcome?
What it's turning out to be, because you have to look at both of the product portfolios and see where the overlaps are and so on. What it's turning out to be right now is on the high volume, high-end products. The European-made machines, well, they're actually made in Singapore, but the European machines have more capabilities in terms of multiple pots and multiple stations and so on, whereas the American products are much better suited for flexibility. And so the portfolios are shaping out to be that way. So we eliminated some positions that were duplicate. And then really for the future is what kind of development, what kind of machine you can develop which leapfrogs the competition and is able to compete at our target customers, which are the tier ones. We're working on that. I'm not going to disclose how close we are, but yeah, we're going to take that step. And it's going to be a mix of design in the US and design in Singapore and design in Germany. We're using all of those resources to come up with a best-in-class machine.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I guess it doesn't make sense just to try and bring the machines and the products together, but to actually bring the R&D and the capability together gives you a really exciting opportunity. Where are the big demands in terms of selective solder? You mentioned approaching those kind of tier one high volume. Is that the stuff that's keeping your R&D teams awake at night?
There's a lot of things that are keeping our R&D team awake, but we're focusing on the tier ones, not because that's where most of the opportunities are, but because that's, for us, it's the market segment what we really had very little participation. So that's the big opportunity to us. But the low end is very profitable as well, and there's a lot of market. We just had a bigger footprint there. That's why our focus for growth is in the area where we didn't participate as much.
And do you see this group growing? Do you see the likelihood of other acquisitions, or is that something that is kind of opportunist and see what the market brings?
If there's a suitable opportunity out there, Nordson's growth strategy is by acquisition. So we will look at it seriously, but right now, I think on the selective soldering side, I think we have our hands full just coordinating two entities and integrating them and making them successful. But yeah, we'll look at anything that becomes available.
Yeah, and you seem to have developed a talent for recognizing the right businesses and integrating them quickly and relatively painlessly. That's really important for a growing group of companies.
Yes, it is, and especially if your strategy as a corporation is to grow that way, you have to develop those skills.
Yeah, that's really important. Carlos, thanks for stopping by. Absolute pleasure to talk to you, and good luck with the show. Thank you.
Thank you very much.